Duns. Welcome back to another episode of the Duns Favor. Um, Look, y'all, I'm back. I know last night I did my little post game. I was not feeling good, but hey, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go on and give it another chance this morning. I slept on it a little bit, and I still feel the same about the Falcons. I feel a little better, about allergies or whatever. But hey, I got my one of my longtime FILA supporter, Antoine Smith from Smithy Sports Machine. What's good, man?
What's going on, bro?
All right. Hey y'all, if y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button. Share this content out with other Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holla at your hometown sports podcast. So we doing it big in the AM. What's good, y'all? In the chat, looking with Lenore. What's up, Pete? Squires up. He said rough game, fam. Yeah, it was a rough game. And Ultra Shadow, what's good, man? He said fire Dan Quinn. That's what we all on, man. This is why I'm doing the show right now. Look, we just gonna get right into it. Something gotta happen with Dan Quinn soon. Now, I don't understand the logic of just keeping him around. I feel like if we just get rid of him now, we can, I ain't saying salvage the season, but at least have some type of dignity with the players in the locker room. What's your takes on this, Smitty?
Yeah, the locker room needs, a fresh voice. And I've been saying this for 2 years. And I know at this point, I understand, what's the point of firing him? Let him finish the season, but at the same, you have to evaluate your team. And to do that, you need, to see what they can do. And I don't think he's the one to lead them. You can give it to Raheem Morris. He's been a head coach. Um, Jeff Ulbrich, he's an up and coming candidate. You could try him out because he could probably be the next head coach. But yeah, the locker room needs a fresh voice, needs new guidance. And I don't know if it's going to be next week, week after, or end of season, but it's got to happen. So when it happens, I don't know.
At this point, we're 0-4. There's no way in the world, and I'm trying my best not to use any profanity because this is a PG show. There's no way in the world we should be 0-4 with all this talent we have on this roster. We loaded on offense. I get it. Defense, we got key players who can make plays. We have a lot of injuries right now? Yes, we do. But guess what? There's other teams out there who have injuries as well. And guess what? They still find ways to win games. So, like I said last night, I don't want to hear the excuses of, KZ's out. He's got for the rest of the season. And I feel sorry for this man because this is his contract year. And that pretty much going to screw him up going in trying to negotiate a new contract or negotiate to sign with a new team this year. We got Keanu Neal that's out, Ricardo Allen, Tat McKinley. It's a lot. It's a lot, and but at the same time, next man up, you still got to weigh the scheme and win games. That's just how it's supposed to be. Ocean Shadow 97, he said, "Yeah, we need a new strength and conditioning coach." I saw a tweet last night. I forgot who put it out. But they said we had the strength and conditioning coach that we had back in 2016 after that Super Bowl run. We fired him.
Yeah, he gone. He been gone.
And you know what? Looking back at it, we had that many injuries back then. But this group that we have now, and I've been saying this for the past couple of years, you guys, we should have been got rid of this strength and conditioning coach because we've been having a lot of Achilles injuries. A lot of ACL tears and ankle, broken ankle. We had a lot of injuries, man. And this right here is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we keep trying out the same people.
Right. And stuff like that starts in training camp. And if you, don't go through training camp the proper way, run your drills properly, it takes a toll on your body. If you're instead of using the bottom portion of your body in a certain motion, put strain on it. And if they're not, conditioning themselves recuperating like they're supposed to. They're putting extra stress on their body come game time. Anything can happen because you're turning all kind of ways, making twists and turns, tackles, cuts, all of that plays into it. And strength and conditioning is a key part of that. And all of it ties back into coaching. All of it.
Yep. Because
No,
these injuries we having is like non-contact injuries, and they're the worst. It's
right,
just like you move, like you just said, like you turn in one way, and then next thing you know, you feel some pop. You just like you fall. If anything in your leg pops, you automatically falling on the ground.
right. You seen it with Keanu Neal 2 years in a row. And right now, you can tell in the way he moves, he's still not confident in neither one of his legs.
Mm-hmm.
He can still run, but he's not running with that same power and athleticism that we're used to. And is going to happen him down the road and may shorten his career. And one more person that I thought about, and I thought about this last night. If y'all remember William Moore, who was here before Keanu Neal, he had those shoulder injuries because of condition, and it shortened his career. He only played 5, 6 years, and his career was done. And I see the same thing with Keanu Neal. So yeah, you got to get the right strength and conditioning coach in here.
All right. Um, Liquor with Lenore, he said offense is having too many three and outs. They need to let Matt Ryan stay in a no huddle. The entire defense is on stretcher side. Yeah, man, that offense, man. We, you know, you want to sit here and say, yeah, I understand a lot of people that hate Matt Ryan. They want to sit up and say, oh, he. You want to say that? Say it. All right. Now, the problem with our offense is, and I told you guys last Friday when I did my prediction, um, Green Bay's rushing defense is trash. Trash. We didn't even run the ball effectively last night.
Yeah,
We made them look like a top 10 defense last night. That's what we made them look like. Because of the play calling by Dirk Cutter, want to be basic as I don't know what. And shouts out to those ESPN's commentators. Y'all know what y'all can do. Y'all can kiss my behind. Because I'm sick and tired of y'all up here bashing Atlanta every time y'all get talking about some Matt Ryan can't make throws. I'm like, come on now. He threw the ball. You remember that play they Calvin Ridley dropped in the end zone?
yeah.
It ain't talking about, so well, Matt Ryan, he doesn't have the arm strength and the accuracy to do that. Yes, he does. Do y'all forget what happened 3 years ago in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Matt Ryan could still put it on the money. It was just dropped. It was a
I'm
lot of
glad
drop
you.
passes last night by the receivers. Not only that, the doggone Green Bay defender, he kind of tipped the ball and made a play. So
I'm,
you
I'm
can't get
glad.
mad at Matt Ryan for that.
I'm glad you brought that up because Hugh Douglas made a great point this morning. He said, and I seen it also, and I thought about it. They put pressure on Matt Ryan early on in the game. So when you pressure the quarterback early in the game, they think about that the whole game. You throw them off their game, and that's what they didn't do to Aaron Rodgers. They did not rattle him. They did not get pressure on him. And Dante Fowler, I don't know what in the world is going on with him.
Man, look, I said this, man. Look, we paid this man how much, 15 mil to pretty much be Vic Beasley. We could have just kept
Right,
Vic Beasley.
right,
We should have just kept Vic Beasley if we keeping it 100. And
right.
Crew Walker, what's good, man? But you saying he underthrowing people? He look. I understand what people saying. When he overthrowing people, it's called a timing route. It's called a timing route. I understand what you saying about he tried to get the ball to Calvin Ridley, down the field, but Calvin Ridley was held up by the defender.
Right.
So Ridley's supposed to be in that certain spot when the ball was supposed to arrive to him. It's a timing route. Most of those deep, long developing long plays down the field that Curtis designed, those are timing routes.
Agreed. Agreed. And like I just said, when you have pressure on you constantly, and the offensive line is not blocking like they're supposed to, you feel that pressure, so it's going to throw your timing off. And I know what pass he's talking about too. When he threw that out route to Calvin Ridley and it went straight to the ground, he thought he was under pressure during that play, and he tried to rush it, and it went out. flew out his hand in the wrong direction. So pressure is everything, with a quarterback. It disrupts them mentally and it kills their time. And
But Matt Ryan
everything.
plays well under pressure, though. That's the thing, though.
Right, right,
Like Matt Ryan
agreed.
plays well under pressure. But let's talk about that Green Bay defensive line. Well, let's talk about us trying to pressure Aaron Rodgers, like you just said earlier. Why are we rushing 3 people? Like it was
You
several times I seen we rushing 3 people. We playing Aaron freaking Rodgers. We rushing 3 linemen.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. See, they switched to a 4-2-5, and I'm seeing that as a trend in the NFL. But the thing with that, you must have the proper, team to play like that. You got 2 linebackers. The Falcons have 2 good linebackers. But 5 defensive backs, they don't have 5 defensive backs. Play a 4-2-5 because Isaiah Oliver get burnt like toast every other play. Um, AJ Terrell is a rookie. The Quiz Denard, he's injured, but he played well in the slot. Who else? Bleeder Ray Wilson, he's even played well. So one thing that I see, and I said this in one of my videos, with the type team that the Falcons have, they're pretty fast. And it reminds me of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the Pittsburgh Steelers run a 3-4 defense. If the Falcons run a 3-4 defense, I think they would get more out of those players. And the reason why I say that is because when they're blitzing, they play better. Stunts, they're okay, but they don't work all the time.
But we're not doing all that. The defensive coordinator is not designing all that. He's not doing stunts. We're not. We're not doing.
Creativity, right?
Huh?
He's not giving no creativity
Yeah,
to it.
there's no creativity at all. What they want to do is they want to just play cover 3 on defense, and that's it. And just tell the guys, hey, make stops, or hey, don't let anything big happen. That's what they telling them. This is
Right.
this is all they telling them. What's
And
good,
it's
Knight? And what's good? Yeah.
the same thing for the first half of last year. It's the same thing. They played cover 2, cover 3. The whole first 8 games, which is why they went 1-7 last year to start this year off the same way. And it's just not working. It's getting
It's
old.
called insanity, man. You doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. It's
Right.
insanity. And my thing is, this is another thing I want to address. Jordan Miller and Deidre Sanat. Why we draft these fools and we ain't playing them? I just don't understand.
I
Like
think
we got all these injuries on secondary, and I ain't seen Jordan Miller like nail time out there last night. Correct me if I'm wrong if I ain't see him, because I ain't go back and I ain't watched the film yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
play.
Even
I
DJ Sanat, he played well last week back in the Dallas game. Like
Right.
we seen this guy, he can make plays, but we not playing him. We wasted draft picks because of, I guess, I don't know, it's some agenda they have against some of these players. That's why I feel like at this point, because he can play.
What it is, they don't have confidence in them. And when you don't have confidence in your players, it resonates through the locker room. Because if you don't have confidence in them and they play and practice the same as they do, that makes the players think, yeah, do they really have confidence in us? And you can see it in their play. And if you look at their body language, in the third quarter after halftime, they look defeated then. And your team can't be like that. No way.
I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. This is why I said Dan Quinn should have been gone. To be honest with you, he should never had this job from the get go. Yes, I said it, and I've been saying this for the past 5 years. He was the wrong person to be hired. It should have been Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan should have been the head coach right now. And I kid you not, if Rex Ryan and Kyle Shanahan had that team back in 2016, bruh, we would have been the Super Bowl champion. And I bet everything on that. And can't nobody tell me wrong.
You're going in the right
Because I
direction.
promise you, Rex Ryan would have gave us a doggone above average defense with the pieces that Mike Smith left behind, and then him adding through the draft and through the doggone free agency.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad you said that because I've said this a million times. The Falcons had two coaches in waiting at the same time. Both of them are on other teams coaching a successful team. Shanahan- Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur could have took over after Kyle Shanahan left, but they let him go to the Rams, learn under McVay. He still ended up getting a coaching job.
Yeah, doing
And
good up there in Green Bay.
if they had fired Dan Quinn before he took that Green Bay job, Matt LaFleur would have been right back here working with Matt Ryan because he was Matt Ryan's quarterback coach. And that gave them an advantage last night. He already knew what route Matt Ryan. He knew how to play Matt Ryan. So, it's just, Arthur Blank, that loyalty is killing him, man. It's killing him.
Yeah, man. We like I said, we need a new identity on this team, man. We need to focus on the defense. And last week, if y'all haven't checked out my Eric Bieniemy video where I brought on Run Cop from Arrowhead Pride, go check that out. It's in the it's on our YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell when we bring out new content. But like I said, man, I feel like we should bring in a guy like if Rex Ryan want to come back and coach again. Look, man, Arthur Blank just need to go and give him the keys to the team. Let him run it. Let him run it. You fire everybody. You keep a guy like Greg Knapp on staff because he works with Matt Ryan closely, and you just bring in a offensive coordinator who knows how to run the ball. I think we'll be fine. I really think we'll be fine. Because Matt Ryan's getting up in age. Everybody talking about you can't trade Matt Ryan. You can't cut him. Stop saying that, you guys. All right?
Yeah,
We'll be a dead count. We will screw ourselves over for the next 5 to 10 years if we cut Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
Yep.
We don't have we just can't. They cannot opt out of their contract like that. This is not Madden where you can just turn off salary cap and you can just trade players from different teams and stuff. We're stuck with Matt Ryan. We're stuck with Julio Jones for the next at least 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. I love for people to stop saying, too, Trevor Lawrence. You're not going to get Trevor Lawrence unless he's going to do like Aaron Rodgers, sit behind Brett Favre. Not going to happen.
And why are we going to waste a pick on a quarterback, somebody that we don't need, and then we still seeing our defense struggling on the other side of the ball? Makes no sense at all. If we end up getting the first overall pick, you know what I'm doing that pick? I'm flipping it. I'm trading it to a team who's in the top 10, and I'm rating them for everything they got. I'm trading that my first overall pick for their first round pick, and I'm getting their second round pick, their third round pick for 2021, and then I'm going to get their first round pick in 2022. That's how I'm going to do it.
Depending on who it is.
Yeah, it'd probably be the Jets or somebody stupid. You can trade it and rate the team. It's possible. Because everybody gonna be salivating at the mouth. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Oh, Justin Fields. They're gonna be salivating at the mouth to think to get to him. And let's go ahead and build up this defense like we need to with a person who is proven, like a Rex Ryan, like a Don Martindale. I've been talking about Don Martindale for the past couple of years too. Defense coordinator out there in Baltimore. He is a proven guy that he is running that defense in Baltimore. John Harbaugh is not running that defense. John Harbaugh doesn't know anything about defense. That fingerprints is all on Don Martindale in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I understand, man. People talking about rebuilding. We don't need to rebuild. We just need to retool. We just need to wipe out the front office and the coaching staff and just start new there. Defense, yeah, you need to add a few pieces because guess what? Our safety spots are going to be gone. Keanu Neal's not coming back. Ricardo Allen's not coming back. KZ, he's not coming back. So only person you got at safety right now is what? Jalen Hawkins. He looked good last night. I give him that. But he need help, and we need to draft a true safety. Because guess what? Keanu Neal never was a true safety. He was a hybrid from a linebacker to a safety. Ricardo Allen, never a true safety. He was a cornerback. He was drafted by Mike Smith, and Dan Quinn came in and converted him to a free safety. And Demonte Casey never was a safety. He was a cornerback, but they said, oh, he got ball hawk skills. Oh, you can play safety. This is the problem we've been having, man. Moving people around. Same thing with Vic Beasley. He was a linebacker. We put him against 300-pound linemen and say, oh, get out to the quarterback. It's not easy like y'all think it is.
Nope.
It's not that easy. Especially if you played the game, you should know.
Agreed. And think about this right quick. If the Falcons could trade Matt Ryan, who would want him at 36 years old? Think about that.
A defense to like Chicago and Indianapolis. Look, I'm telling you, if they had the chance to get Matt Ryan, and I even say New England, even though they got Cam Newton, but you give a team that has a top 5 or top 10 defense who don't have a quarterback, I bet you money they're gonna win the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And this is why I'm so upset with this team, man, because Matt Ryan don't deserve this, man. He don't.
Nope.
He don't. This man been loyal to this team since the get-go. This man could have easily not re-signed with this team.
Yeah, and what made me mad, with Kyle Shanahan, how they did Roddy White. That was Matt Ryan's top receiver before Julio came. And the way his career ended here, I think that cost him in the Super Bowl as well.
Yep.
It's bonehead decisions like that, that has kept this team behind for a very long time. And a lot of bonehead draft picks, like not moving up for Khalil Mack, not drafting Todd Gurley before his knee problems, because there are Hall of Fame type players. And even 3 years ago when they drafted Tack, TJ Watt was still on the board.
Yep. But here's the thing, though, man. It doesn't matter if you can't develop them. If you want to play
Right.
experiment and you want to like mix it up and move this player from that side of the field, like play them at their natural position. Play them at their natural position. This is why
Right.
I wanted Vic Beasley to play up there in Tennessee because I wanted to see what Mike Vrabel was going to do to this man. Because I promise you, he would have made this man look better than what the heck Dan Quinn did when he was down here.
Yeah, and the Steelers would have been another great team because Vic Beasley is a 3-4 linebacker, and everybody knows that. But Dan, you're trying to convert him into a defensive end, something that he really has not played because at Clemson he was a safety and a linebacker. You can't, transition that to the NFL, no matter how you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Knight, you said I want a guy who knows what he's doing defensively. Yeah, like I said Don Martindale, but let's be real. Thomas Dimitroff, you ain't escaping this, man. You go get this work too by Arthur Blank. You getting fired because this is you are the architect of this dumpster fire that we have right now on this team. You created all this because your identity, you wanted to be offense, and you want I'm gonna get all the offensive pieces that I can put on this team and make us look explosive, and then I just bring in a defensive person who I think that did well whatever they was, and they could just do defense. They could just coach defense side of the ball. And you thought that was gonna work? No, bro. You going to, man. Like,
But what's funny about it? I don't think he gets fired. And the
oh yeah, he is. Oh, he's not. Look, man. Look at the records. That GMs don't normally. GMs do not survive a second head coach. This is going to be his second. This is Dan. He's under a second regime. He's not surviving the third one, man. He's gone. He is gone. Like, is he, bro? If you go back to the beginning of, you remember last year with when Rich McKay came back into football operations.
Yeah.
That was it. Like that right there, you're not like my boy Rashad said, you're not controlling your own situation anymore, Thomas Dimitroff, because Rich McKay had to come back into football operations and pretty much help him do his job. So that's what I said. Dimitroff is gone.
Now, the reason why I said that he probably won't be gone is because Arthur Blank is pretty comfortable with him. And Arthur Blank, as it is, don't want to, fire Dan Quinn. So he's going to keep somebody close to him that he's comfortable with. And the reason why I say that is because look at Al Davis and look at um, Jerry Jones. They've been GM. Well, Al Davis was GM of his team until he passed away. And I think the same gonna be said for Jerry Jones. And Arthur Blank, he doesn't have that GM mindset like those two owners.
Oh, he's gonna
And
bring a
trust
GM in.
and Thomas Dimitrov in that same capacity will probably keep him here at least one more coach.
I gotta disagree with you on that. Let me break this down to a way that everybody can understand. There was a lot of comfortable people that worked at Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
And I used the word was, keyword was. Like I'm not Dan Quinn, but Arthur Blake, man, that's one thing. He's a smart business owner, and I want everybody to go check out that book that he just came out with. All right, it tell you everything you need to know to pretty much be successful and how to carry yourself as a business owner. Like I look, Thomas Dimitrov is not. Look, man, the mismanagement of the cap. You bringing in two guys, Carpenter and Brown, that could have been used on one side of the ball. Um, not drafted in the trenches, poor player development. The list goes on, man, of him being incompetent. Yeah, he found ways to make things work with the cap we have, but guess what? The Saints doing it. The Saints ain't. We've been saying it for the past few years. The Saints gonna be in cap hell. When did that happen? They still sign the players and they still win the games.
Right.
So anybody can manage the cap. Like you can bring in a guy like a GM can bring in a guy that can be an accountant. That's nothing. To help him, manage money. Because let's be real, we know John Lynch. He's not. I don't know if he majored in finances or whatever college he went to, but he's doing a doggone good job out there in San Francisco.
You know.
But
You know what. You know what? How John Lynch has been successful. John Lynch has been successful because he's been around successful people. He
yep,
went through a hardship with Tampa Bay. See, he was in Tampa Bay with Tony Dungy when they won, when John Gruden won the Super Bowl. But Tony Dungy turned that team around.
yep,
When he played for Denver, who was there? John Elway,
Janway.
another, GM that knows what they're doing. So when you put yourself around those type people, you're gonna succeed. And you have to stay around those type people, to get that same mindset. And Atlanta need to hire somebody that's in that same realm.
You
They don't
know,
do that. Be the same thing over and over.
I got guys that I think of that could be good. We need to look at the guy up there in Minnesota. He's I guess the personnel pro scout. Got his name.
Right.
You also got a guy like Jerry Reese. A lot of people forgot about Jerry Reese. He's still young. He's not old. He was a GM of the Giants when they won their 2 Super Bowls when they beat New England. I think he'd be good. You can bring in somebody from that Baltimore scouting department to be be a GM. I heard somebody say Lewis Reddick. I'm not high on Lewis Reddick. And then you also got guys who played the game, guys who are analysts right now. I've been saying Bill Cowher. Bring Bill Cowher and see if he want to be a GM. He knows defense. If not him, let's talk
You
about
want
Brian Baldinger. Brian Baldinger. Let's see if he want to be a GM.
that's why I see it, and going back to what I just said, a guy like Bill Cowher, who's been a successful Steelers organization, successful coach, won the Super Bowl. The type player that the Falcons have on their roster now, some of them, they would survive under a Bill Cowher type, regime because of what he is known for. And I said this on a previous video as well. What makes New England, Pittsburgh, 49ers of the 80s, and other dynasties good is they stick to one blueprint. If the Falcons can find that one blueprint and stick to it, what they would be known for, Atlanta would be successful for a very long time.
And it got to be defense, man. Like that's the thing. You're not gonna. Offense looks good, but if you ain't got a defense to back you up, yeah, you're gonna be dead in the water. This is what we are right now. Yeah, we got Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and Calvin Ridley and Todd Gurley, but you look on the other side of the ball, like who do we have? Yeah, we got Grady. You got Debo. You got when they healthy, you got Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have. You don't have any pass rushers. Like I said, we brought in Dante Fowler, and he only got what 2 sacks, a sack and a half right now. But we was crying last year because well we need to get rid of Vic Beasley, and y'all was cheering about Dante Fowler, and I said when we signed him, and I said, hey man, I promise you, y'all thinking that Dante Fowler is gonna get 11 sacks, a double-digit sacks, y'all gonna be highly mistaken because players can't escape bad coaching. Coaching matters in this league. We've been telling
I,
y'all this.
you know, a lot of people don't know this, and I don't know if they paid attention. But Dante Fowler is a 3-4 linebacker also, just like Vic Beasley. When he was in Jacksonville, 3-4 defense played on the side of Calais Campbell. Went to the LA Rams, played on the side of Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers. 3-4 defense. And if they don't find a way to use him in a hybrid defense, they're just gonna be wasting money.
Exactly. Knight said the defense is the main problem with this team. Give Matt and Julio defense, and they can get stops, and they can win. Yeah, that's right. Like we don't need. Like I'm not looking for a top 3 defense. If we could just be above average, and be in a positive in turnovers, man, we can really run the tables. As like Aaron Rodgers like to say it, we can really do some damage.
Yeah,
But
because the offense is playing, even though they didn't play up to par last night. First 3 games they played very well, but they couldn't stop a nosebleed on defense.
yep.
So
So yeah, that's my take, y'all. You guys, like it starts with the GM, and then you work your way down. I told y'all the guys I think that'll work for me. Don Martindale, Rex Ryan. I can also talk about Dennis Allen, the defense coordinator for the Saints. I know y'all tell me the Saints, yeah, but hey, he turned that New Orleans defense around when Rob Ryan was there. When Rob Ryan left, he turned them from a worst to a above average defense in 1 year. And they
right,
ain't even really do that much in the offseason for real. Yeah, they drafted Lattimore and and they added some a couple of like veterans and that was about it. Another person you look at Todd Bowles. That's another person I like.
he's
And
not going nowhere though. He's stuck with Bruce Arians. He's not going anywhere.
they never say never, man. If you put that money in front of his face, he may want to get a second chance at it.
Yeah, I agree with that, but he's comfortable where he's at. Trust.
All right, another person I think it would be good will be the Indianapolis defense coordinator Matt Euphrairis. Well, I might be saying his name wrong. He looks good right now. And you know, like we said, man, the identity of this team it has to be someone who is proven. Dan Quinn was never proven to be a defensive minded coach. Yes, he was defensive coordinator, and really he's a defensive line coach by trade. So he never was proven. That Seattle defense was all Pete Carroll. You go back and like I know I've been sounding like a broken record. You go back all to the days when he was the Jets coach and the Patriots coach, and in his time in USC, he always had a good defense, no matter where this man went.
That's true.
And you look at Dan Quinn, he been on the staff of pretty much a lot of defensive minded coaches. He was on the staff of Nick Saban. Nick Saban's a defensive minded coach. He was on the staff of Pete Carroll, defensive minded coach. Who else? The
Urban Meyer.
Jets. The Jets. Rex Ryan, defensive minded coach.
Yeah, and there's one person you might not want to rule out, and that's Urban Meyer. Nobody never knows what that guy is gonna do.
Oh Lord, no, I don't want that man here.
Just think about it though. He's a big name. He gets results. So that's a name just to keep in the back of your mind.
But yeah, it's gonna be like a Bobby Petrino. Like if things go tough, he gonna act like he got a heart attack and go dip out on us. I'm telling you. Like I look, Arthur Blank, he learned his lesson from Petrino already. Like I'm not saying leave college coaches alone because I'm pretty sure there might be some good college. But at this point, man, we don't need to be experimenting nobody. We have the pieces. We have the pieces on the board. We just need somebody with a mind come in to move these pieces in the right place. That's it.
You're right. Falcons not playing with any discipline, and that's what it all boils down to.
Like, let's see. I'm trying to read the. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Urban Meyer, but my thing is, I'm not dead in the water on offensive minded coaches to come in and be a head coach. Now here's my take on that. They better bring a guy like Wade Phillips in as to be the DC.
Yeah, he's been around for a long while.
They better bring somebody in who knows defense because we don't have the players to just say, hey man, we got a lot of talent on defense and we'll be all right. We just bring in about no, we ain't got that. We ain't got that. Defense right now, man. We got some good talented players, but they can learn. They still need to learn because they still young. And it just this thing with Kim Quinn, man, it's all been smoke and mirrors, man. It's all been smoke and mirrors. This man fast and physical defense, and we gonna do this and do that. Like, bruh, I'm gonna say this live on air, and y'all can be mad at me, y'all want to, but his defense to me is like it's nothing but much more than a glorified doggone Van Gorder defense that we had back then. Brian Van Gorder. Look at the tape. Go look at no. Go look back at Brian Van Gorder's defense, and you look at what Quinn giving us. It looks very identical. I kid you not.
That defense was awful. Oh my god.
And this defense awful too.
The only difference is Falcons use bigger players back then.
Yeah.
This fast physical thing, I'm sick of it. Because what it all boils down to is fundamental. And in certain positions, you just can't be small. That's on the offensive line, defensive line, linebacker. You just can't be small.
Yeah.
So,
and this is why I say if you bring in a guy like Rex Ryan, Don Martindale, Debo, he'll still be on the team, but he won't be the Mikey anymore. He'll be on the outside. He'll be outside linebacker.
Right. Because that's exactly what he is. Yeah, it just need a lot of shaking up, man. A lot of shaking up.
Man, I've been checking my phone every so often and trying to see if anything if any news broke out of Flower Branch, but like they may end up keeping them, man. But my thing is, man, they keep them and we lose. Carolina, man, should be done, man. There is no way we should be 5-0 losing Carolina. That right there should just be gone.
Carolina beat the Chargers last week. Mm-hmm. Chargers have a pretty good defense. Have a nice rookie quarterback. So anything can happen. Teddy Bridgewater, we know ain't no screw up. Yep. Even though they don't have Christian McCaffrey, they still have Bridgewater running the show. And your team is only good as far as your quarterback takes. Look at Aaron Rodgers last night. He didn't have not one of his top two receivers. What he do? He found a way to utilize his running backs and his tight end that I have never heard. It's all what the quarterback do, man.
Yeah, and we got Matt Ryan, man. It's just the play calling, man.
But to a certain extent, I say it's about Matt Ryan all the time. He's got to learn to call plays on his own at the line. That is what made John Elway great, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, any other elite quarterback. Learn how to take control of your offense. Audible when you need to. Read the field and see what you see. If you don't see something you like, change the play. If he learns to do that and still stop just being an android and running the play that's called, things would change.
Well, we got to get another offensive coordinator that will give him more autonomy for that. Like it sounds easier than what people think it is, but it's really not. because you
Right.
got to think about the play call and like linemen have their job, especially the West Coast offense. Like it's very complex than what people think it is. Linemen have their job, then you have your receivers do their job, then you got the running backs do their job. So if they call a play, let's say this play is called Mug 35, all right. Well, the linemen they know what to do, the running backs know what to do, and then the receivers they know which routes they need to run. All right, you call an audible. If you try to audible out of that, what are you gonna do? And like you gotta think about it too. If you gonna play it on the road, some people might not hear it. So you may audible it, and the players don't hear it. What's gonna happen to the play? Is it either gonna be a delay game or miss assignment? Somebody gonna get Matt Ryan gonna get sacked or turnover. Things can happen in that case.
Yeah,
But I
but
get what
see,
you saying. I get what you're saying. But yeah, if you
you
get
have to you have to work on that during the week also.
yeah, but
See, the crowd noise and all that comes with preparation. Use hand signal gestures, anything. Just simple words to you know switch to. Because if you notice when Peyton Manning started that Omaha thing, he started that because of the crowd noise in Denver. That is where he got that from. It's just one word. You know what to do when I scream Omaha. It's just a simple adjustment is that.
look,
And
I'm gonna give
something
Rich
that
Gannon I'm gonna give Rich Gannon his credit because Rich Gannon he was the king of audibles.
oh
Um,
yeah, no,
yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's when Peyton Manning got his thing from Rich Gannon back in the day. But I agree. But let's be real. Are they practicing that in practice on the week in the week? Are you really thinking the
um,
coaches having to practice that?
nope,
They
nope, not
not.
at all.
They not doing nothing. They can't even practice a special teams onside kick. Like, come on now. Like, and Q Walk, he said Matt not a leader. He's too old to not have that. Like, bro, come on, man. This man is an MVP of the league. Pretty much going to be a Hall of Fame.
To a certain extent, I agree with that to a certain extent because it's just like what I just said. He needs to learn the audible out of plays, and, take control, and that's exactly what happened in the Super Bowl. He did not take control.
You,
When Kyle Shanahan was calling pass plays, he should have walked up to the line and said, "Guys, we just gonna do this. We just gonna audible and go with this.
all
And
right,
if you have to shoot Kyle Shanahan's head off, that's what you do."
all right. Well, here's the thing about that, and I've been telling people this all the time. I want everybody to go back. You ain't got to go back to the Super Bowl. Go look at any San Francisco game recently. All right, you cannot audible out of that type of offense because Kyle Shanahan he gives his quarterback the play when it's 10 or 7 seconds left on the clock. You cannot audible with only 7 seconds left on the clock. You
Well,
just can't do that.
he's got to help that then. That's something that he has to work on as a coordinator. Then they have to get on the same page.
Yeah, they got to get on the same page, which is what I've been trying to say. Like it's easy to say that a quarterback can audible out of it, but like you can't. It is if you're not practicing it in practice, like you don't have audible options. Like you just don't. And then let's be real, this short season with COVID-19 and stuff, I'm pretty sure they ain't practicing it at all. So we know what Matt Ryan can do when he audible. Because yeah, he back then under Mike Mularkey, he gave this man a lot of autonomy on calling, changing up plays and stuff in the line of scrimmage. But
Right.
with this type of offense, and then Dirk is running this new West Coast offense that was left by Kyle Shanahan, it's pretty much similar. But the type of plays we're calling is not Kyle Shanahan ish. If you get my drift.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
yeah, like
But
and like look at what Lenoir said. Kyle does it on purpose. Yeah, because he don't want his quarterback Alderman out of it. Like he don't want his quarterback changing plays. He want his quarterback to call the play that he want because Kyle Shanahan feels like he is a genius at an offensive guru, which he's good at running the ball, but passing the ball, I don't think so because one other quarterback he made look good outside Matt Ryan. I'll wait.
well, he's only had one coaching gig, and with two offensive coordinator position, one of them was under his father. So
But he was in Houston with Matt Sharp. And then he was also in Cleveland too with Brian Hoyer.
Right. Right.
And then now he got Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm just trying to figure out what quarterback he made worthy enough as an MVP or close to it. Just saying, y'all got to give Matt Ryan his credit. You know, I understand. You know, we haven't won a ring and stuff, but look, there's other great quarterbacks who haven't won rings. Dan Marino, Warren Moon, what's the other guy named? Cunningham. Like, a lot of great quarterbacks that played the game that never won a ring. Winning the ring is a team effort. All three units must be in sync and play at a high level for you to make the play, for you to win your division, make the playoffs, go deep in the playoffs, win your conference, have a Super Bowl appearance, and host your LeBron Trophy in your town square. That's what gives people rings. That's what gives a team rings. Not just a quarterback. This is not basketball that you can just put a team on one player like a LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard and they can go out there and they can put the team on their shoulders and win it. It doesn't work like that in football.
Good point. One thing that I want to put out, and that is, what will Atlanta do when Julio Jones gone and Matt Ryan gone? What will be their
Oh man. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. My studio stuff acting up. Hey guys, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. Look, man, that's what we've been saying. We need to just switch to a defensive minded team. We need to be a defensive oriented team because we know Matt Ryan is the twilight of his career. We know Julio Jones can't play forever. We gotta focus on the other side of the ball. We just got to. And you know, lo and behold, you know, if we win one with Matt Ryan, we win one with Matt Ryan. But defense win championships. We keep building this defense like we need to. We gonna end up getting the Super Bowl. I'm not saying this is if, it's a win. If we can get like a top 5 defense and just have a serviceable offense, because that's all you need. Look what happened with the Eagles in 2017. So, but that's all. That's pretty much it. But everybody who joined live, man, appreciate y'all coming in. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Smithy, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. We got to do this again, man. I enjoyed you.
No problem, man. Anytime. Just holler at me.
All right. Hey, y'all already know what to do, man. If y'all new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button. Share this content out with other Atlanta sports fanatics. And hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. Braves play today. They about to play here in a minute, too, by the way. It's like 2 o'clock, I believe. My homeboy, my co-host, Rick Flex, he should put something out either early or later on today. So be looking out for that. So y'all have a great afternoon. See y'all later.